Hello everyone, I'm gonna create a custom estimation form. So first we're gonna put the title, custom estimation form. Okay, then here we have the logic. So first we need to add checkboxes with 3 options. Here the options. Then we need to store the value here. Then we need a slider, and here the conditions. Then store it on a variable slider value. Then checkboxes with 3 options. So then we need to store in another variable. Then add a spinner, and then store the value in a spinner variable. Finally, the result is this operation. So let's start. So first we're going to add a title. Yes, custom estimation form. Then we're going to add checkboxes. But it says checkboxes. Yes, we're going to add 3 options. We're gonna hide the label, and we're gonna add that options. Well, yes, we have it. So we're gonna add the prices. Okay, now we have the checkboxes. Now we need to add a slider. So and then we need to add checkboxes too. Finally, and a spinner. Check boxes too. So we're gonna hide the label, the price level, and we're going to add the options. There it is. Now finally we need to add a spinner. And a spinner, and we're going to hide this, the price level, and there it is. Now we need to show the total result, and in this case we're going to add a custom HTML. So we're gonna hide this. total result variable here. So we don't have the variable yet, but we will add it later. Okay. Well, now we have the layout, and now we need to also we can add these labels, so at the end of the fields, in order to see the calculation. So we're gonna add it. So first we're gonna save changes. Okay. And we're gonna add, for example, here. So we're gonna add this, and then show the calculation close to this label. Okay, and we're going to just variable here. Okay, we can use HTML tags. Okay, so we're gonna copy this on the others. Copy. In this case, it has another label. There it is. It has another name. There it is. And finally this. Well, it has another label. Okay, and we will make the total result bigger. For example, well, this is just HTML content. Font size. There it is. So you can see the total result is bigger. Okay, so then save changes. And now we need to work on the calculations, here, 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 here. So in this case, we will need variables. So in order to do that, we need to go here under calculation tab, enable math calculation, and add variables. How many variables we need? So here is one variable, here another, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes, the first variable is always reserved for the total cost. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So we need to start from the bottom to the top. So the first variable, so we will work this variable, the checkbox variable, on here on this. So we can change the names. For example, checkbox 1. Then we can slider 1. Checkbox 2. A spinner. And yes, the total result. There it is. And the other thing that I forgot was, okay, I need to put the names of the fields in order to recognize it on the calculation. For example, I'm gonna put this checkbox 1 here. So here it's just slider because it's only one slider. For example, here is checkbox 2. Okay, this is important. Then on the spinner, it's just spinner because it's only one spinner. It's not a big deal. Okay, save changes. There it is. Okay, total result. Wait, what happened? Total result, spinner. Okay. Well, as you know, the checkbox. So this is just get the. Here it says it's addition operation, but I don't need to add addition operation because we can get the value of the field easily using this panel. So in this case, first we need to create this variable, for example, checkbox or costs. Let me pick cost. So I'm gonna put this cost. We search here, checkbox 1. Action is, in this case, I remember I gave the prices. So here are the prices. So I will just grab the prices. Field price. Yes. And this is the price. And now we need to return the variable. There it is. Now for the slider, well, we have conditions here. and then the operation. So we're going to work on that. For example, we're going to cost or total, subtotal. So I'm gonna create that variable. Then we need to get the slider, the value. So here we have the value of the value of the slider. Getting the value of slider field. Okay, and now as you can see we have conditions. So we're going to work on that. So we can add conditionals. We can use a switch case or an if. In this case, we will use else if statement. So if you search on the JavaScript documentation, so you can see you can work on this way. For example, put just this condition. If not, go to this condition, and finally goes if some conditions are not matched, so just go to else. So this is okay. So we're going to work on the conditions. Okay, so first, according to the documentation of conditions here, so even we can copy this. So you can see some examples here. Else if. So I'm gonna copy this. There it is. So in this case, our variable is this. And so according to condition, it's from 1 above 1 and below 100. Okay, subtotal. Oh, okay, wait. So I think we're gonna order this field value. In this case, the field value is the slider value, and the subtotal is 0 because we need to return at the end this subtotal. So this case, okay, field. Okay, first the condition, it has to be above 1, and it has to be below 100. Okay, below 100, and you can see the operation here is the value of the slider and the price per person, which this. So there's a range and a price per person. So in this case, for the first conditional is 18, multiply it by 18 and goes to the slider value. So for all the fields. So that's easy. So in this case, just we need to copy this. Look at that, it's the field value. Multiply it by a constant, which is 18. And you can see it has like the same process for all other conditions. So in this case, I'm gonna put 0. Okay, that's the first condition. Second condition is this. So just I'm gonna add it. Oh wait, is yes. Okay, I'm gonna the other condition is this below 500 and multiply it by 15. We have other conditional here. This is one and multiply it by 13. There it is. It's done. So as you can see, I made all the conditions. Save changes. Then we need to work on the checkbox. This is easy. It's just to get the field. So first we need to get the value, field value. I'm gonna put this. You can put any variable that you want. In this case, checkbox does and field value, field pref. Wait, this is checkbox. I remember I didn't put. Prices. So you can see here the prices. So I forgot to put the prices. So in this case, I'm gonna put the prices now. There it is. So we need to just get the price of that field. Okay, checkbox, get the price, copy, code, then just return the field value. There it is. Now finally the spinner. So here it has some operation. It's just a multiplication. So the same. So I'm gonna put fill value and spinner is the value. And then another value, 0, for example. And then this is the subtotal because I need to make the operation here. The field value multiplied by a constant. And then return the subtotal. There it is, the spinner value here. The spinner one, multiply it by a constant. And there it is. And at the end, the total result, it's this operation. So course value in this case is this, the checkbox one, slider value here, checkbox here, checkbox value here, and the spinner value here. So I think that this math formula is clear. So we're gonna work on that. I'm gonna put total 0, so start that variable. And so in order to get the value of all these variables, calc variables, so you just need to go here and get one by one. For example, this is the first. Then remember, we need to return the total. Then slider value. Oh no, wait, is here. Is from here. Slider value. Yeah. Because we are getting the info from this math calc variable. Then this is just addition operation, is checkbox value. Checkbox value and spinner value. There it is. And that's all for the calculation. So we need to save changes. And now we need to assign these variables onto the form. So in order to see it, so for example, here we have the labels. Okay, in order to do that, we just need to go to here, variables, go to under front end tab. You will see all the calculation variables here. For example, the first one. So we're gonna edit here. There it is. Now we need for the slider, copy the shortcut. There it is. Then we need for the checkboxes 2. Just go here. Checkboxes 2. Now we need the variable for the spinner. For the spinner, wait. And finally, the total result. Okay, save changes. Now go to preview. Yes, you can see well, this is you can see the values are shown here. So you can see an addition operation here. So if you want just the value, for example, only 1 or only 2, you need to use ready button. Okay, now you can see it's fine here. Also here you can see how it's changing. Also here. Here doesn't happen anything because the price here is 0. So here it has a value. So it's working fine here too. And also here. Look at that. All is working fine. So glad to see that. Okay, and now if you want to send all of this calculation on the through a mail message, so you just need to add this submit button. For example, send calculation. And now we need to customize the mail message. In this case, we need to remove the default shortcut here, and we just need to add custom content, or we can test with the default shortcut, but I think wait a minute. Okay, in this case we need to customize our mail message because we are using the math calculation. So in this case, just remove the default shortcut from the mail message, and we just need to add our own shortcuts. So for example, this is our first field, then our slider, input. Even we can just add our own content here. Checkbox 1, then slider 1, then checkbox 2, and spinner, and the total result. So in order to add that, we need to just go to variables Now, in this case, for mail message is under the backend tab. So here it is. So you can grab the shortcuts of any variable and just make your own layout. In this case, I will use just this, the total result. And there it is. So this is just for the admin, for the administrator. If you want to send for the customer, you need to just enable this option. Okay, now we're going to just save changes. Go to preview. Okay. Look at that. And now we're gonna send. There it is. And this is the mail that we receive. So this is just a sample. And you can see the checkbox here. So in this case, just this is the option, the value of the slider, the option, spinner value, and you know here the total result. So as you can see, all is working fine. So we have built this estimation form successfully. That's all for today. Thanks.